fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. Many people enjoy reading good books, but I prefer maps. There's nothing like curling up with a nice selection by Rand McNally to while away the hours. But in my time poring over maps, there are certain things that bother me. I'm talking about the size and shape of some of our states. Most of our states are fine. Take Wisconsin, for example. Not too big and not too small. Utah, Now those are borders you can set your watch to. But some states, especially back east, need a little tinkering. I have a three-pronged plan to fix some of the eccentricities in these United States. It's a plan that those fat cats in Washington, D.C. don't want you to know about. They don't want to hear common sense ideas from Midwesterners like us. No, they'd rather sit around and dream up new ways to waste your hard-earned tax dollars. The first part of my plan begins in New England. Maine is okay, I suppose. But look at these 5 of those. It looks like a shattered plate. Rhode Island, the smallest of the bunch, is 1/425th the size of Alaska. To put that in perspective, if Rhode Island were a minute, Alaska would be over 7 hours long. And it would be a very cold, dark, and lonely 7 hours. Also, Rhode Island, although it has roads, isn't an island. Does that sound like it was planned very well? In my plan, we take these 5 states and combine them to form one very medium-sized state. This new state would have a virtual monopoly on maple syrup, clam chowder, and snooty college professors. So what do we name this new state? The current names are too long and hard to spell. We need to start anew. And since I created it, I get to name it. Welcome to the new state of Bob. Moving down the coast, we come to New Jersey. New Jersey is our 46th largest state. And once we create Bob, it drops even lower. I was thinking of joining it with Pennsylvania to create Pencil Jersey. Or Newsylvania. But if I've learned anything from watching TV and the movies, is that you don't mess with Jersey. On to our second area of focus. Look at this place. Maryland. It looks like the scraps of land that nobody else wanted. And from those scraps, they took out Delaware and Washington, D.C. The first thing we do is glue Delaware back to Maryland. Whatever feud they had 400 years ago is over. Should D.C. be part of Maryland? How about we tackle that in table topics? But the part that really concerns me is this western section over here. It's just hanging on by a thread. Nothing but 2 miles of land holding east and west together. Sometimes I lie awake in bed at night and worry that that section will fall off and get lost in the mountains of West Virginia, never to be heard from again. So we take 3 counties from West Virginia and give them to Maryland for a little more breathing room. I know it doesn't look like much to those of you in the back, but from where I stand, it's a world of difference. The name? Well, I did create it, so we could name it Bob, but then we'd have 2 states named Bob, and that would create endless confusion. Why, that would be like naming a state after the nation's capital. It would never make sense. What I did is I took the best of the 3 states we used to create it. I present to you West Delaware. Now, since we've taken 3 counties from West Virginia, we are going to have some cranky mountaineers on our hands. To appease them, they no longer have to be called West Virginia. From now on, they will be Virginia. And Virginia will become East Virginia. The third and final part of my plan involves our friends in Michigan. Here is an instance in which we need to create a new state. Michigan consists of two giant peninsulas with nothing in common. The Upper Peninsula was actually part of the Wisconsin Territory at one time. In 1835, Michigan and Ohio went to war in a border dispute. There wasn't any real bloodshed, and Congress intervened before there were any casualties. To end the war, Michigan was given the Upper Peninsula. Ohio was given Toledo. I think we can all see who won that war. This new state, since it is the Upper Peninsula, or UP, will be called UP! I know what you're thinking. You're thinking there aren't enough people in UP to be its own state. But with all this talk of global warming, it's only a matter of time before people are flocking from places like Texas, Florida, and even West Delaland to move to UP. So there you have it. I'm doing what our forefathers envisioned, helping to create a more perfect union. As an added bonus, with only 46 states, we could get rid of 8 senators. So please accept my plan and call Congress today. Next time I'd like to share with you my next innovative idea, metric time.